Greetings and welcome back to Here's What I Heard. I'm Laura DeGoddess, your hostess. Thank you for clicking by my little acre of the internet today. Today's video is going to be about another short example of what I was trying to get across on my last video. But first, please allow me to thank all my new subscribers, followers, and those that have donated to my show. It's much appreciated, and it brings me that much closer to being able to add you to my conversations. If you have been enjoying my work and you would like to support me and keep me independent, I've been told that the best things you can do are subscribe, share, comment, like, and of course, a donation would be the ultimate. Don't forget, I need 1,000 subs here and 4,000 watching hours in order to be eligible for monetization. So please, share, 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 comment, 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 and subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All of my links are below, and thank you in advance. Now, in my last video, I let you all in on a few little secrets. Not to give you any spoilers if you haven't watched that video, but the point I was trying to get across was that in show business, especially big-time show business, including politics, because let's face it, they have turned that into show business, no publicity is bad publicity, and no publicity is bad publicity. Keep that in mind. So, I really wasn't going to give this any attention, as many folks have already given it enough to where it is high on the ratings when it should be deleted. Now, the main reason I'm doing this video is that I've had a few folks write to me and ask me what I thought about this movie that is currently streaming on one of the bigger networks that actually has everyone up in arms about youngsters or very young people being in very adult situations. First, I actually refused to watch this movie to begin with because it just didn't and just doesn't interest me. In fact, movies like this didn't even interest me when I was that age. I've always been into a different type of entertainment. Rock concerts, baby. But don't let me get sidetracked. Second, the more I started hearing about it, the worse the stories got, the even less I was interested in seeing it. Mainly because usually the more hoo-ha and hoopla that goes on about a film or a movie, the worse that movie or the story behind that movie tends to be. And I have seen this a lot in that part of the entertainment business. Basically, they make a bad movie, they blame it on inject adjective here, audience, for not liking said movie. And of course, this only comes after they've spent so much time, effort, and money hyping that movie. To the point of where actually people that wouldn't have even seen the trailers to begin with are now reviewing that movie. And of course, the movie company didn't pay a dime for any of that hype and advertisement. But also, just think about this for a minute. How many times have you given someone advice, or someone's asked you for advice, and you've told them, no, don't do that? What's the first thing that they end up doing? And of course, this is a behavior that we've all had since we could walk. So now, I'm seeing a lot of the same folks that were reviewing how bad this movie was, most of the time without even seeing it, are even angrier about this movie because it's now in the top 10 rated in the streaming company's ratings. I'd like to know, what did you expect? All you did was talk about this movie. In fact, I know and can think of another situation where this goes on, and the more it goes on, the angrier these folks get. But that's for another video. But anyway, this movie was so hyped up that even people that are against it were giving it the attention that the producers wanted. And for free. Do you realize how many times that they've hyped a movie in a bad way and made more money and got more attention than it ever would have otherwise? Does anyone remember Passion of the Christ? I'll never forget the picket lines in front of the movie theaters for this one. They got the religious sect of our population so riled up that after their theater protests, people actually flocked to the movie theaters to see what the commotion was about. If memory serves, that particular one went up to #1 and won some awards, and even started the lead character's movie career. So the only rule that that particular movie broke was that it ended up being a good movie. Yes, I know it seems like this is the final straw for what they've been slowly pushing on us for decades. See any pageant, any young cheerleaders, dance companies, or anything else that young girls have participated over the last 30 years. Anybody been to a Mardi Gras parade lately? I can assure you this isn't it. This isn't the end. In fact, the more things get crazy, the crazier things are going to get. It's just the way things are going right now. In fact, I remember they were doing this to us when I was in high school. And they just seem to be starting it way earlier with people now. Like kindergarten, or so I've read. So my short opinion is yes, this movie is very bad. Not only is it bad content-wise, according to what everybody has been telling us. In fact, Daisy Cousens did a review of the movie so that she could do a review of the movie. And aside from the obvious, which she stated, all in all, the first thing that she seemed to notice about this movie was that it was just boring. She said that if she hadn't had to try and review this movie, she would have turned it off almost less than 20 minutes into it. So, again, my point on the more hype, the worse the movie is proven by her opinion of it with regard to that. So, my short opinion is yes, this movie is very bad for both the reasons, both the content and the fact that it wasn't very exciting, very memorable, or even very good. So, of course, I'm going to leave that up to you. My choice is absolutely not. For two reasons, it's not worth it. And, of course, the first reason and most important reason that I came up with for my own self was I'm not interested in this kind of thing. I don't care what they put in it. And I certainly wasn't going to recommend it or talk about it or even review it because it doesn't deserve my attention either. No free advertisements. Yes, what they portray in it is supposedly horrible and bad, and I don't agree with it. But it's not a movie I would have watched in the first place. And if you'll notice that other than in the title of this piece, I refuse to even mention the name of the movie or the venue in which it streams. And so should everyone else, especially if you don't approve. That's all I'm going to say about this. Thanks for clicking into my little acre of the internet today. Please keep those subs, likes, comments, shares, and donations coming. They're much appreciated and every little bit helps. The more I get, the faster I can add you to my conversations. Until next time.